Hello everyone, I am Mayhem. Welcome back to Airship Kingdom Adrift. We have some new weapons to play with and some new equipment. Alright, they've added a medium bridge, an armored mana drive, a mana motor, an inertia balancer, a large mana drive. They put the small mana drive in the store, the large mana dynamo, and they put the small mana dynamo in. We have the heat lance cannon. We have the kinetic beam projector. And we have the kinetic rocket rack. Let's see. Cargo rooms are now there. Compact cargo room, medium cargo room, medium armory, small armory, and a small mana reservoir. Alright, we are going to get one of those, put it on our ship. We're going to take these off. As you can see, these will take up 2 by 2. They are basically a quad version of what I'm placing the kinetic rocket rail right now, but they do more damage than 4 of those do. So there is that going for you. Alright, power's good. As you can see, the firepower on this is 63,000, which is insane for a starter ship. That's because I had the torpedoes on it. That was just my torpedo ship. But we're going to just test out this rocket rail and rocket racks. Let's get rid of the extra weapons here. There. Alright, let's go see what we can tear up. And the other starter ships don't have an area where you can put a 2 by 2 weapon on them, which is kind of a shame, but I mean, that's the way it is. There are also some other things I want to show you while we're here. Down here at the bottom, you can filter the chat. Okay, that is loot. That is your crew talking to you. That is interactions with everybody. Oops. I want to go after that. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's a rookie. He sounds like a perfect test for our new rockets. Pick up this first. Ooh, luxury wine. That's a good one. Alright. There are some other things I want to show you as well. When you get into a fight, excuse me, you can actually see the build of the other ship. Oh, excuse me. A little tickle in my throat. We'll show you what this rookie has fitted out on his little ship. Alright. I'm going to go ahead on and I'll fire my torpedoes as soon as we get into combat. Alright. As soon as you go into combat, you get the dialogues. Click through the dialogues, pause it. Okay? Once that loads up the top, come down here and click on his ship. And it brings up his ship's layout. Everything he's got. You can see he's got a musket rack, a small iron cannon, another small iron cannon, cargo, small mana dynamo, wheelhouse, a sick bay, which, as you can see, sick bays restore crew, just like you would your supplies or your weapons, your ammunition, things like that. There are also repair teams you can put on here as well. Alright, let's see. I think we've got a pretty good lineup on him.
Cannons, fire at will.
Fire the torpedoes! Yeah, they're not going to hit, but these will. Ooh! That must have hurt. And he's only a level 1, but I noticed that the firing arc is wider. Which is great for rockets. It gives you kind of an ability to kite them a little bit. Keep them at rocket range and not let them get closer if they're about the same speed as you are. Or use the forward end of the arc to get closer to them. There's a number 3. Outlaw Light Raider. Let's see how he fares. I have a feeling he's going to be a one and done also if it hits.
Right, battle time.
And again, we'll go through the dialogues. We will pause it immediately. Wait for that to come down. Now click on that. Now, he has small cannons and a kinetic rocket rail. He also has one rotary cannon, which is a defense weapon. But it's also a close-in weapon. But it's only firing forward. So he will probably use that
Cannons, fire at will.
against our torpedoes if they get close enough.
They're firing on us.
Yep, he fired at them. And the torpedoes missed. That figures. But the rockets won't.
Looks like we got their important bits.
Now, we can pause it right in the middle of combat. You can click on the ship and see what's hit. These are damaged. These are destroyed. It basically took out that entire side of his ship. So his defensive weapon is gone. Half his power is gone. His drive is hurt. His armory, his wheelhouse, his gunner's port, all of that is damaged. And he's in the process of repairing it. The green numbers there on the screen, the 829 and the 1600, is the integrity of that part. Okay, it's basically the hit points of the ship. Alright, let us fire again.
And that at least scared them.
The ship is really beaten up.
Oof.
Almost there, Commander.
There are some items in the game that are not available to the player yet, but you can see them on other ships. That's how I was able to get a large list of all the items in the game. There are different engines and shields that we don't even see yet. Things of that nature. Other command parts. Small bridge, medium bridge, wheelhouse, gunner's port. Observatory. One of the things that really intrigues me is the other engines that are available. Because there's a ship out there that's a ship stealer, or a ship thief if you want, and he's too fast. I can't catch him. There are engines in the game that you can add to ships to make them faster. The starter ships don't have a layout that's big enough to be able to add more engines, basically, to make them faster. I do like that rocket rack. That little extra damage it does for its volley, and with the wider firing arc and all of that, it really helps. That's a level 8 gray belter guy. He's no fun. Let's go over to the hunting grounds. Here are your autopilot controls. You're heading toward a location. You can pause it and go off somewhere else and then restart it, or you can cancel it and then say, oh, I want to go after this instead. You can do it manually. Just, I'm on my way here. Oh, there's something over here I want to go to. We're going to change. We're going to go get that first. Oh, there's a rock. Alright, we'll harvest that. And now we want to go get this one. But there are those controls down there. I wanted to show you that. You have the chat controls down here as far as the messages you receive. You can make it bigger. You can get rid of it completely, and then you can bring it back up. Let's see. You have your movement, your speed, your time controls up here. But you can also use the space. Well, they've just changed it. Some of the hotkeys have changed also. The spacebar used to be the pause button, but that's X now. And the firing button used to be the F key, but it's the spacebar now. So if you've played it and you find yourself not being able to fire your weapons, that's going to be the reason. I went back and changed the hotkeys back to what I remember them being, because I'm used to that, and I fly, with my left hand on the keyboard, on the tab key and the space bar, so I can pause it if something comes in and I want to look at it, and my hand on the mouse to just swing around and look. Was a level 7 something out here, but he was in and out of my range so fast. There he is. Oh, that's a whaler. Okay. Yeah. I have been able to beat them. They are tough, though. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. All right. There's nothing really to sell, I don't think. Nope. But they have added some items into the game. Gives you a little bit better variety of some things to do. Here, let's I'm going to save it. And I'm going to bring up my other ship, which has fared better in the modifications than the other one has, because they have that compact cargo room. It is a 2x2, which is the same size as the medium cargo room. Let's find my game. There it is. But it holds more cargo. If I remember right, it's 12. Let's see. Yes, 12 cargo spaces. If you look at my ship now, this is the main ship that I play. I put the compact cargo room here in place of 4 regular cargo holds. So instead of 8, I now have 12. The let's see, 1600 integrity for a small cargo room. And this one is 5760. So the integrity went up on the overall on the ship a little bit. But as you can see, I still have it dressed out with my repeating kinetic lances and my rockets. I can put more on it, but as you can see, the power is, I've only got about 45 spare. You don't really want to max that out. You want to have a little spare. Because it will regenerate slowly over time while you're in a fight. But if you are maxed out using everything, you're not going to be able to do it. The Inertia Balancer here is the engine, and it's 3 wide and 2 deep, which means it will not fit on any of the starter ships. The mana motor is a 2 wide by 1 deep, but its forward thrust is 16,000. A small mana motor is 1,000 and takes up half the space. So, if you have some place you can put it, it might be worth it. But you can put 2 of these in for the same as this. Now, 2 small mana drives do use up 40 power each, which is 80 power. And this only uses 50 power. So there is a power savings. It also increases your integrity because it's a 4800 integrity, and these are only 1600 apiece. The large mana drive is a 2x3, which we can fit on these, but the thrust is 600,000. So if, say, I put a medium and 2 smalls, that's 400,000 plus 200,000. It's the same thrust. It's basically, it's, as far as I've been able to determine, it's the same power, it's the same everything. And if you think of it that way, you may not want 1 engine that can be hit and failed versus 6. So that's something to think about too. Of course, there's also 6 different items that can blow up with less integrity as well. So, you know, you're going either way. Really, I'm looking forward to the newer ships. Being limited to just these layouts is restrictive, but I mean, it's a demo and it's free, so that's good. And then there's a mana reservoir, which I can see you would really want on like larger ships, so you could store up mana for an initial really heavy volley and be able to continue, you know, your attack. Which you know, that's that first 3-4 rounds of combat is really decisive. If you miss most of your shots, you're behind the 8 ball. If you hit and take out some of his stuff, then you got him behind the 8 ball. But this is the one I like to fly the best because it's got a really just killer broadside off that left side, off the port side. But anyway, that's what I really wanted to show you was... Ooh, there's a pirate. Let's go see him. It's a different pirate. I'll show you what his loadout is. But he is a smaller ship, so, you know, he's not going to have a whole lot to show. Alright, we're getting into combat. Go forward, full thrust. And turn right just before we get there. Bring our guns around.
Right. Battle time.
Pause it. And then click on it. Alright, he has his weapons going off of his starboard side. He has an iron cannon battery, which is better than having the iron cannons. He has an armored mana drive, cargo room, wheelhouse, 2 mana dynamos, a regular small mana drive, and then two armories for his ammunition. No, he's not going to last very long, obviously.
Cannons, fire at will.
Looks like we got their important
6 rockets.
bits.
Took him out. Well, no, we're going to go. Oh, there's one. He's a 3. We'll get him. The new weapons are nice to give you options. One is a beam weapon. But they really don't fit well on these ships. So I'm just kind of staying with the weapons I go out now. The ranges are a little bit less. The rocket rack has the same range as my rocket rails. I just can't fit them on this ship. Alright, let's see what these guys have. Alright, he has a rotating cannon, 2 small cannons. There's a new one. Mana canvas. It gives you plus 30 energy, but it has no armor value. And it replaces a regular piece of armor. But it gives you extra power. So, there is that. Now, you can also look at the other ship. Just click on it, and then bring it up, and it's basically laid out exactly the same. But when you come out of it, remember to click on the lead ship again, and then you take it off a pause and go back into the fight.
Cannons, fire at will.
They're firing on us. Looks like we hit their engine.
These little ships, they don't hold up. Somebody was in the Discord talking about a battle cruiser versus a swarm of the little ships, and I'm like, that's never going to do. One volley is going to just literally wipe out half a dozen of those things. I mean, they won't stand up to it. The battle cruisers and the cruisers, I've seen some of the information on them. I would really love to get my hands on them, but for now, I'm satisfied with what I got here. Alright. Just some little playing around. Hopefully, I'll be able to do some more videos at some point. Oh, that's something I wanted to show you too. You see this? I told it I wanted to go here to Sunvale Military Garrison. Right there, that yellow spot with the little honey hive looking thing is where I will run out of supplies with what I've currently got on my ship in supplies. However, once you go down here to cargo, once you run out of supplies, it will take one of these and it will add 2,000 supplies to your ship that they can use again. So as you can see, I've got, let's see, 10, 14,000 more supplies that I could use, which will literally fill my ship up like 3 times or something like that. Yeah, not an issue for supplies. There's that gray belter. Alright, we'll take him. We're going to try to beat him. I have beaten him once or twice, but they are tough. They are very tough. You've got to make sure that you use your defensive weapons in a defensive manner, which means you got to keep him out of range of those weapons. I'll show you what they're carrying.
Halt, yes, please.
Blood. Yeah, say blood. Please say blood.
In blood it is then. Battle station.
Okay, pause. Alright, this is what he is carrying. And you can zoom in on this and look a little closer. You just can't move it around. Alright, he has kinetic rocket rails. He has cannons. He has a manomotor, a medium drive, a medium dyno, a medium armory, cargo, small armories. He has small mana reservoirs. So he has more than enough power to fire all these weapons. Which I wouldn't be able to fire all these weapons. I wouldn't even be able to put that many weapons on my ship, because I just don't generate enough power. So he is a bigger ship. He outclasses us. But if we outmaneuver him and shoot down his missiles, whereas he won't shoot down ours, then we have a better chance. Let's get him. Oh, and he does have his partner. It's a little gunboat. He's got one of those iron cannon batteries on the front. He has a small bridge. If you look at the numbers here, repair stations or repair teams 1, crew capacity 5, crew regeneration is 0.2. It can hold a captain and a gunner. So it does the same job as a wheelhouse and a gunner port, but it also has a repair team and 5 extra crew. So like boarding parties and such. Alright, let's kill him. Let's get this guy. Here, eat some rockets.
Fire at will.
And you can see
They're firing on us.
what's being destroyed. His entire nose is all getting all beat up. Alright? Which is what's going to get hit when that's what he's leading into us with. And those cannons can
Looks like they
really
got
hard.
important things.
And our guns were there to
Looks like we hit that engine.
shoot down his incoming missiles. We didn't shoot him that time.
Our engine is damaged, Commander.
Core is hit. Get somebody on it.
See? Oh, we got beat. I got beat. Eh. It's better when you get beat with help. All right. It's a matter of timing to get
Halt
those
your ship. Please.
You're not.
those incoming rockets shot down before they hit you.
In blood it is then.
And you can see on the map those 2 ships from the last battle. And if you really want to do something, you can lead these guys away. And they will follow you at their best speed. I mean, they're AIs. They're only going to do what they can do. And you can tell when he's ready to get into your arc by that little red line right there. Once that little red line is gone, swing around and give him a volley of rockets.
I bet that at least scared them.
And that's the end of that escort ship.
Looks
Now
like
it's
we got
1-to-1.
their important bits.
And he is in range. Eat some rockets.
They're firing on us.
Enemy is taking a beating, Commander.
Looks like we hit that engine.
And in the middle of battle, you can actually look and see. Alright, his entire side on his weapons are pretty much gone. He has one small cannon that can still fire but is damaged. Alright. His other broadside is still fully armed and ready to go. But I don't have to worry too much about intercepting his missiles now because he can't fire any. Now he's got it turned around, and there they are. One of those missiles got through. They didn't that time. Looks like his missiles aren't firing anymore.
A few more hits and they're done.
Got him. See, I can beat him. Which means anybody can do it. Alright, let us find a port and get repaired.
I came from Silvering, but I seriously don't understand their traditions. They take killing and dying so matter-of-factly.
Huh, that's all new.
Well, let's get back to the task at hand.
New dialogue. Cool. Alright, we'll go up here and port and repair. When you repair, when you dock somewhere or land somewhere or visit somewhere, everything gets repaired. But it also gets repaired over time. As you can see now, everything is fully functional again because we have repair. Our ammunition is almost full. Our power is at full. All of that comes back over time. The ship regenerates its integrity, its crew, its ammunition, and power gets regenerated because you're not using it anymore. Except for, engines, and that's minimal. Alright, we are coming into Sunvale Town. I've actually seen when I'm really shot up after a few fights and I got holes in my sails, as I'm coming down it'll say very high supplies, very high ammo, and I will see the damage go away. It repairs everything. I don't have anything I think that they want. Oh, they do have some. Yeah, we'll sell these. As you can see, I've got 51,933 eagles. Gold. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this little update. Hopefully you found some of this helpful. There are hotkeys where you can bring all of this information up. They're all in controls. When you're in the general, the M for map, I for cargo, O for officers, T for treasury, and so forth and so on. I have the pause set back to the space bar. I think the default now is X. When you go into the ship, these are the controls to fly the ship. And when your weapons, I have F set to fire instead of spacebar, which is now the default, I believe. But yeah, it's a great game. It really reminds me of Sid Meier's Pirates. And that game was phenomenal. That game is a legend. And I think this one is well on its way to becoming just like it. I'm going to put the link down in the description for the Discord or the Steam store page and the Discord, to join the Discord to talk to the devs themselves and the customer people. I hope you enjoy it. Well, if you have any comments or questions, just please feel free to put them in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the video. Thank you very much.